And welcome back, sports fans. Mike Fussell here with your weekend recap of interior action. The Fairbanks Gold Panners stepped up to the plate for their last home game of the season Saturday afternoon. The Panners took on the Anchorage Glacier Pilots at Groudon Memorial Park. The Fairbanks team was the first to strike, tallying 2 runs in the second inning, but the Pilots would answer back pretty quickly, scoring 3 in the top of the third. They even snagged an out-of-the-park home run. The game stayed close until the final inning, but the Pilots would ultimately fly off with the 8-4 win. And the Gold Panners also played on Sunday, extending their losing streak to 6 games in a 5-0 loss against the Anchorage Bucks. The Panners will only play 2 different teams, the Bucks and the Oilers, for the remainder of their season, which will consist of 9 games on the road. And the Fairbanks 2015 Amateur Golf Championships wrapped up on Sunday as well. Jeffrey Leonelli, who was in the 3rd place spot with a 75 after the first round of play, moved up in the rankings to the number 1 spot. He battled it out with Bill Renfrew for the title. Both tallied a total of 231 strokes. That's 15 above par by the end of the tournament. That sent things into a 1-hole playoff situation where the 2 golfers replayed the 18th hole. Leonelli would end up taking the championship, sending Renfrew to the number 2 spot. And Alaskan NFL player Daniel Hardy Jr. stopped into town this weekend to talk with some local athletes. Here's a look at what he had to say about football and life.
While school is still out for summer, that doesn't mean learning has come to a halt. In fact, this past Saturday afternoon, some local athletes and other community members got the chance to hear about the experiences of a former NFL player from Alaska. Daniel Hardy Jr. came out to speak to the youth and congregation at Lily of the Valley Church. Hardy, a West Anchorage product, played tight end for the New Orleans Saints and was one of the top tight ends while at Idaho University. A knee injury ended his NFL career, but Hardy says it's opened other doors and even brought him back to Alaska.
I just try to encourage these kids and kids that I speak to, like anywhere I go, like a message of hope. Like if I can do it, I'm just a little skinny, goofy kid from Anchorage, Alaska. God bless me with the NFL. He opened that door, closed it, but then he opened so many other ones. And Fairbanks being the one that I get to come to and speak, is just like, I'm so honored and blessed.
He was drafted in the 7th round by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2011. At the time, he was one of 10 Alaskans in the league. Since leaving the NFL, he found solace in religion, focusing on the Bible and the ministry. He uses scripture and his testimony to motivate other aspiring athletes. Lathrop sophomore basketball player Derek Life says his message of hope and love in the context of religious teachings resonated with our local up-and-coming athletes.
I'd say he put a good message on my life. I got influenced by it. You don't have to worry about being into the world. You can worry about putting God first in your life, and you don't have to worry about being a show for your friends or being a show for the girls. You just put God first, and He'll direct your path and everything.
Reporting, I'm Mike Fussell.
And athletes at the Sourdough Triathlon got a taste of Alaskan surf and turf last weekend. Competitors duked it out in a half Ironman, which consisted of a 1.2-mile swim, a 56-mile bike ride, and a half marathon run at 13.1 miles. 34 individuals and 2 relay teams were among the field that kicked up dust near mile 30 of the Steese Highway. Kinsey Lane came out of the water first in the swimming portion at 22 minutes and 19 seconds. Wind conditions proved to be good for cyclists on the next leg of the race, and Patrick Sartz would ultimately take the overall victory with a time of 4 hours, 20 minutes, and 52 seconds. And some other local racers got out on the trails near Fox to mark a very special year for the Gold Discovery Run. The 16.5-mile race started and finished at Silver Gulch Brewery and celebrated its 50th anniversary. The course is part of the Usabelli Running Series. This year, Devin McDowell took the top spot with a time of 1 hour and 33 minutes and 42 seconds. Christopher Eversman was close behind, finishing only 10 seconds after McDowell. And Erica Burr, she took the number 1 slot in the women's division with a 1 hour and 54-minute time. And that about brings us to the buzzer for sports tonight. Mike Schultz has your full weather forecast coming up next. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you tomorrow.